As somebody that came into the league in '94, it was like shark-infested waters. It's like Jordan, retired Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, Reggie Miller. Everybody was like, I'm about to get me a ring now.
It's just hilarious when you think about it that it was a fax. I wonder how many people watching this don't even know what a fax machine is.
He sent that statement in the fax on back. And then, he was like a little rusty the first couple games and then just rattled off incredible performances.
But it's so iconic. Just, I'm back. What else needed to be said?
This is when all of the fans from opposing teams went like this. He's back. That was the reaction.
As a young fan of the Bulls, I just remember winning. That was just like, okay, so we're winning it. We're going to win again. That's amazing. And that's kind of what happened. I mean, it only took the next season where they put up that record 72-10 year. Until the Warriors beat it. But the Bulls won a championship that year. So there's the difference.
To see MJ back out there, it was just like, the rest of the league is in trouble now.
So this is the double nickel. Five games after he sent that fax.
And we were wondering, is it going to take some time to kick off the rust? I don't know if there was doubt that he'd get back to being really good, but I think there was some question about how long it would take.
Serving notice right away. He loved coming into the Garden and shutting up the Knicks fans, Spike Lee.
Any highlights of MJ in the Garden are probably just really, really bad for the city of New York. So I don't even have to watch the rest of this to know how it ends. The Knicks are going to look sorry. And MJ's going to be looking like, you're welcome.
This the game where you like, okay, he officially back. He knocked the rust off quick.
It was incredible. I mean, it was one of his favorite stages. The Garden was absolutely electric. I mean, people would find the Chicago dates, mark it off on the calendars, pay thousands and thousands of dollars to sit up front and watch Michael Jordan come in and destroy their team.
I walked into the Garden that night, and the media entrance on 8th Avenue and 33rd Street, now made famous by Spike Lee. And as I'm walking in the door, a guy yells out to me, I'll give you $10,000 for your press pass. There's some guy standing there. So I watched the game from a bar across the street.
MJ and the 4-5, as Jay-Z would say.
They need to play games with you.
But to aim at you.
Jay-Z watched this and he was like, I'm so sad for my whole city.
I'm still confused as to why. I don't know. I forget the reasoning as to why he had to wear the 45.
I still don't know why Jordan wore the story behind the 4-5.
It's just, you know what? It's another example of his, the marketing genius that he was. Sold new jerseys.
I think the jersey that I actually had was Michael Jordan's 45. So I was already late to the party, actually, when I think about it. I was late to the MJ party. So it was his 5th game back wearing 45, dropping 55 points and ruining the entire city of New York.
I'm going to rank Jordan's 55 in the Garden way up. Maybe in my top 10 for sure, maybe in my top 5 Jordan performances of all time.
That was magic. There are no words to describe the magic of that night.
3 dribbles. Get where I need to get, pogo stick.
Again, same spot. He's going to the free throw line. Why can't anyone stop him?
He wasn't going to miss no matter what. Just unstoppable.
He was like more surgical. Just, he gonna pick his spots. He gonna get to his pull-up jumper. It was a thing of beauty, man. And that's the thing that we missed in today's game. It's a lost art that he just stopped on the dime. You couldn't stop and he just elevated over. I mean, you don't see that no more.
Get off me, John Starks. Get off me.
Just John Starks just getting all of the bad things. But you got to respect John Starks. There was always that story about how he was bagging groceries before he made it to the league. And then MJ made him want to go back and bag groceries. He's like, nah, is this really worth it?
Oh, I hated John Starks so much when I was young. Like, I didn't really know what hate was, but as far as an innocent hate, John Starks was it.
John Starks had to give him a high five for that one.
Look at David Stern smiling. Money, 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 money! MJ! You knew MJ was back. The money is back. Because this man was must-see TV just... Oh.
Michael Jordan had a flair for the dramatic that was unmatched.
He lived for these moments. He on the biggest stage, regular season. Spike Lee probably there.
Hold on. Of course, the legend that is Spike Lee is there. And the New York Knickerbockers had the nerve to disrespect his greatness. How much he's put on for that franchise. Spike, you could be a Pistons fan. We'll hold you down.
I bet he went home and wrote a whole movie after this.
If at this moment you had said, I'll give you $1,000 that Michael Jordan doesn't take this shot, not one person in the building would have taken you up on that bet.
You got a guy wide open underneath the basket. All you got to do is dunk it. I mean, that just shows you how great he was. He could have took the shot. He could have went to his fadeaway, but Knicks were so scared of him that they sent the second defender at him. When he turned around in midair, was about to shoot it, he saw the guy underneath him, wide open basket. Game over.
That's so good. That's so good. It's such good basketball.
The pass to Winnington. I mean, for the game winner. It spoke to Michael at his best, Michael at his greatest, Michael at his most theatrical, Michael kicking the Knicks' ass, which I know he specialized in. I believe, knowing him a little bit, the teams he got the greatest joy from beating, Georgetown and the Knicks.
Patrick Ewing's like, why did I have to play in the same era as Michael Jordan?
They had a squad, and there was a series of years where not only could you play on the big stage, but they was gonna make you pay for it because they were a physical squad. They took every possession personal, and that's what also now heightened their home court.
Knicks fans wanted this so badly. They wanted their crack at Jordan. They'd beaten the Bulls the year before, but it was one thing to beat them without Michael. Now they wanted them with Michael. So for Michael to walk into that building, score 55 points, and then practically mock them by giving the ball up on the last possession to win the game, it only made it bigger and better.
You took it. You took it right here. Everything else, Knicks fans, which for a Chicagoan is the greatest feeling in the world.
People just don't literally a generation and a half below me don't know. People that are 28, they don't know, right? People that are 30 might have heard stories, but they were super young. Like, I was so fortunately, when this came, I was 15 years old. I was glued to the TV like there was nothing else mattered. And it was just watching this man go for 55 after not playing and not sweating.
You know, NBA TV or ESPN, I guess we've all sort of have the rights to this old footage. Stop putting on the 2016 finals. I mean, how lazy is that? Get the millennials away from the choices. Put some real basketball, some real great games on. Put on some Jordan games. Put on the double nickel game in the Garden. If millennials don't like that, they're unplugged anyway. Why are you trying to appeal to them? Put the Jordan double nickel game on against the Knicks in the Garden. What's better than that? Not anything from the 2010s. Stop it.
Yeah, that all-time great performance. And no matter who puts up numbers or how big the numbers go at Madison Square Garden, I think it's going to be one of the best, if not the best, given the circumstances of Jordan returning. It was just basically like, if you didn't know, I'm still that dude.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.